If you want to dominate dinking battles, you need to understand patterns. Not just how to keep the ball in play, but how to apply pressure, force pop-ups, and take control of that rally. Today we're breaking down the exact patterns that me and other high-level pro pickleball players are using to dominate from the kitchen. We're going to talk about putting pressure on the middle, giving bait ATPs, and even forcing your opponents to hit awkward backhands. And I'm going to show you why the right side player has way more offensive options than you may have thought. We're going to start with the right side because I looked at the YouTube analytics and it showed me that the vast majority of my viewers are actually non-subscribed beta right side players. But if you subscribe right now, you will be an alpha left, trust. All right, so we're going to go through all the different spots that we could be hitting the ball from the right side. We'll go for the backhand from the middle, the forehand from the middle, and the forehand out wide. Starting with the backhand from the middle, if I have the opportunity to take this backhand from the middle, one of the easiest spots to push it is going to be deep over to Johnny's out wide forehand side. If I'm able to take this backhand in the middle, what I can do next is really kind of sit in this middle and apply pressure to that next shot. I'm looking to force a pop-up by going over to that position. Oh, just like that. Boom. Good acting, Johnny. He would never pop the ball up like that. So for me, going to that corner feels easiest with my backhand, but if I'm able to mix it up and also go to the middle with this shot as well sometimes, Johnny can't just guess one way or another. Ooh. It was out, I promise. Good hands. So when I am able to dink this ball to the middle and Johnny takes it with his backhand, he's almost always going to push that ball right back to me. So I gotta be ready for it to come back my direction. If I dink to the middle from this position and the left side guy takes it with his forehand, it's really difficult for him to pull that ball back over to my side. He's pretty much always going to hit it to that corner over there. So we'll take a look. After I've hit this shot to the middle, the most natural place for that left side is to hit it back to my partner. But my goal really is to try and get it to the backhand of the person diagonally from me. It's just an awkward shot, and we're gonna generate a lot of offensive opportunities if I'm able to take this shot and get it to their middle backhand. So the most difficult shot is to take that ball from this angle and redirect it back that direction. It's just really not an easy thing to do. If you're able to do it, you might be able to generate some pop-ups and whatnot, but it is a high-risk shot, and I don't know how much the reward is there. So redirecting that ball that direction is probably not something I would do with my backhand from the middle unless I'm like Gabe Tardio or something. Next, we're going to talk about this middle forehand. Ideally, we can take this ball sort of from the middle by reaching in with our forehand side here. And if we're able to get this ball out of the air, we have so many offensive opportunities. So as we're dinking, I'm really looking to take that middle ball if possible. Oh, nice. Oh, good stuff. I'm really looking to take that middle ball if possible with that forehand here. Now, I've got the same spots available, right? I've got the same options. I can go out wide over to Johnny's forehand. If I hit a really good one, I'm gonna look to crash through the middle and be pretty offensive. Got him! Oh, that's a bag. But if I hit a really good, aggressive cross-court dink, I'm gonna position myself back in the middle of the court here and look to clean up that next one. Next option is if I can find that middle there, it's a real tough shot for him, and I'm gonna generate a lot of pop-ups. Once again, if we can find backhands in that middle for that right-sided player, it's just not a comfortable spot to be in. So I can also potentially, from this middle position, sort of open up the wrist. Oh, I missed it that time. But I can open up the wrist and go behind the person in front of me. So as much as we can from the right side, if we can take forehands out of the air, we have so many options. They've got to respect the speed up. If I've got a forehand out of the air, I can speed it up back at Johnny, I could speed it up through the middle, and I could also speed it up in front of me. So if we can set up getting ourselves a forehand out of the air from that right side, it's just chaotic for the other team. So one last pattern from this side is if I am able to take the ball out of the air and sort of open up the wrist, I might be able to go behind the person in front of me. Again, it's kind of a risky shot, just like flicking that backhand that direction as well. But somebody who does this better than anybody is Gabe Tardio. He's really good at keeping this guy honest. If I hit that shot well enough, what I can either do is I can look for the reply to come through the middle, put pressure and look to flick that next one, or if it really gets behind them, what a lot of players will do is they'll start to show that Ernie, and that way your opponent has to change their shot. So high risk, high reward with that forehand sort of inside out there. So the last place that we're going to talk about is the forehand out wide, and this is where the game has really changed. This used to be seen as totally defensive position, but now you have a ton of offensive options. I can go really hard cross court, I can go speed up down the line. I'm going to show you a couple of those, but this is now a great offensive opportunity on the right ball. From out wide, I like to go cross court a good amount because I've got more space to hit into. And if I hit a really good one, I'm gonna crash that middle and put a lot of pressure on my opponent here, looking for that pop-up. So at the pro level, something you're even seeing is like giving your opponents ATPs. If I really have a sitting ball and I have a lot of options and I can go down line or middle or whatever, my opponent, naturally, they're going to start to crash towards the middle, and so I'll go really aggressive dink cross court, knowing that it might be an ATP for them, but A, they've got to make it, and B, they've got to make it past my partner. So don't worry when your opponent hits an ATP on you. I still don't think it's a super, super high percentage shot for them. So when I have a sitter ball, I might go pretty far out wide, and if they're able to get an ATP past my partner, so be it. Now, next time I get that exact same ball, he's going to be a little bit more hesitant to crash towards the middle. That middle spot might be open for the speed up. All right, if I feel like I'm dominating this cross-court dinking rally, there's not really any reason for me to change it up. But if he hits a good dink like that, I might sort of redirect it to the middle or right down the line so that I can kind of bail out of that pattern. If I redirect the ball to the middle, that left side player might take it and push it over to my partner there. So if I feel like I'm on top of this dink rally, I'm not really going to change the direction, but if my opponent gets a good one on me and I need to bail out, I'm gonna go right to that middle for the most part. So last but not least, we've got that down the line dink. If I've really got an easy opportunity, I might push that ball right down the line. I wanna make sure that I have options when I do it, because if I'm really out of options and I push that ball right down the line, good players are going to smack it away and Ernie me. So I wanna make sure the only time that I'm switching that pattern down the line is when I have options. I don't wanna go there out of desperation. If I hit a good one down the line, I can look for that Ernie move, assuming my partner is going to come cover for me. So there's a lot in this one. This is an advanced video. It's for advanced players. This might not be for everybody, but if you have questions on this, feel free to check out the link in the description to my Cameo. I will provide a personalized video response to any questions that you guys have. Just check out the link in the description. So make sure to subscribe for part 2, because we are going to go through the advanced dinking patterns from the left side for you subscribed alpha males.